Welcome to episode 5 of Rock Hunting USA. We are in a very geologically active area today. I know this is the desert, and kind of the desert may look a little bit repetitive, but today is a very unique area. It has a lot of volcanic activity, as you can see from this, and a lot of erosion, as you can see from here. And I cannot wait to get down into that and show you what is going to reveal itself to us today on Rock Hunting USA episode 5. We're also going to work this ridge here and see what we can kick up. And I'm telling you right now, I'm very excited. I know we have some great finds ahead. I don't mean to spoil this for you, but we're going to find some trophies. Come on, let's go get them. Okay, we seem to have stumbled onto a pretty good hot spot, I think. There's something that's different, so we're just going to take a look at this first. I've marked a couple other things for us. Look at that. See that? I don't know if that's the inside of like a tomb worm or something like that from the bottom of the ocean that may have had its day a long, long time ago, or if this is just nothing but a piece of curiosity. I think it's nothing but a piece of curiosity, so we'll leave it there. Also, I found this down there. It's not anything really special, but boy, does it feel like jasper. Inside it has some little stones that are embedded. They're not, how can I say, loose. Let's just say that. That's why they're embedded. Let's work our way up here. I've already marked up a couple of things, like I was saying earlier. We just have to refine them. Here's something over here. I definitely put a water bottle down by it, and that is this piece of wood. I believe it's palm wood. It looks like it from above. It's got the strands in it, if my shadow wasn't shadowing it. But as you can see the strands. It's got a little bit of this red seeping through. So we've got, oh! Were you expecting that? I sure wasn't. We've got more tan underneath. We've got the pewter inside. Again, this is so smooth. If you could feel this, it is so smooth. And there you go. I don't know. Just sitting there ready to be displayed. Now, this, I know is a nice piece, but we've got a better piece, if you can believe it. It is very carbonized, which means it's very rare. I'm totally shadowing it right now, and we're totally hiding it with this very ugly green thing. Can you see it? Let me get out of the way. Look at that. I'm being quiet because I wanted you to appreciate that for a moment without me talking. Look at that. Now this is completely agatized. This is a very unique specimen. It has a lot of carbonization in it. Yes, I know I said carbonization again, but I don't care because it's also got a lot of bark on it too. And this bark, I've said this before, this bark feels alive. But this piece probably, we have a lot of volcanoes around here. And I would imagine the volcanoes, when they went off, this piece dropped into sediment so fast that this sediment right here has become permanently stuck to this piece of petrified wood. Its bark is still here, perfectly preserved, and there is the rest of it. That is unbelievably rare. Again, it's the size of my palm. And I'm going to say this time it's not palm wood. Let's keep looking. I know we've got some more pieces because this is a real little hot spot. So whatever happened here must have been so dramatic that it's actually burned itself onto three things. So here's that piece of petrified wood that we just seen from earlier. Now here's this. I don't know what this is, but look at how it's been kind of burned into that too. Now again, remember I was saying there's several volcanoes in the area. I'd love to show them to you, but it'd give away where we are. exactly, and I don't want to do that. So I hope you understand. Now, that's the second one, and here's the third. Now, look at that. That is on there. And again, oh, wow. I don't know what kind of rock this is, but whenever it happened, it was so dramatic that it literally burned the sediment right into this piece of rock, and this piece of beautiful petrified wood. And not only did it burn itself into that, it literally probably burned this, and that's why it's so carbonized. Really, really nice. Again, I know we found some more pieces. We just have to re-find them. As promised, we are in that hot spot. We have barely moved, 5 feet. There's 2 more pieces. This, I believe, is another chunk of palm wood. It has a little bit of crystallization still happening in there. That's loose sand this time. That sediment has not been burned in there. But again, this is, like they say, about 55 million years old. This little chunk, along with that other piece we found earlier. Whoops. Now, right next to it, he's got a buddy. Got a buddy. Oh, look, the knot's there. You see it? Can you see that knot? Not lying to you. Every pun intended. Can you see all those crystals? Can you see the ring and how it's formed? And again, maybe that's a better way to look at that. Look at that. Not only is it agatized, mineralized, fossilized, all of it. It's got a knot in there too. Let's keep looking. I know there's a few more pieces here. We are still in our hot spot, and we have found this very unique looking, I don't know what this is. You know, I thought it was wood at first. I am now not so certain. However, it's a very unique piece anyway. You know, something like this, I just wish it had bark on it. If it had bark on it, I'd be like barking for joy. But it doesn't, so I'm not sure. It's probably going to be in our mystery find, but we're definitely taking this with us. Just walking around real quick in the hot spot, we made sure to pick up these 4 pieces. This is a really unique piece. You wouldn't even know it was petrified wood, again, unless you just kind of knew. You know, I've seen enough pieces that are larger than this, so I know it's petrified wood. This is like a pocket piece. Whoops, here's another pocket piece. And here's a really neat, another little, very jasperized piece of petrified wood, I believe. And if it's not, well, it's very unique anyway. But it seems to be petrified wood. I'll tell you, something like this would probably, you know, you polish this down into a pendant or something, and that would just look beautiful. Let's keep looking. Oh, there it is. Right there. Look at this one. I bet it's a little bigger than we think it is, too. Oh, it's not. It's totally not, but it is full of carbon. And that's fine with me. That is really another nice piece. It's got the bark over here, so we know it's real. There's no question now. Here's like, not a good cross cut. There's a better example of the cross cut. But either way, that's a very, very nice little piece of agatized. See how it's agatized right there? Petrified wood. Let's keep looking. We haven't really gone very far from our hot spot. We're trying to get out of this area so that we can find bigger and better pieces, but I am not going to stop bending down for something that looks as nice as this. We have started working our way downstream, but at the same time, we kind of going up these little ravines. Our original hotspot was right over there, and now the next little wash that I saw, I said, you know what, I'm going to come up it real quick, and here is another piece of palm wood just sitting there, and along with today's theme, it seems to be about the size of my palm. And well, there you go. It's a little smaller, but it's still a very nice piece of palm wood. You know, I had lunch with a friend of mine. She has been kind of rock hounding, if you will, crystal hunting, everything for 20 years. She has never seen a piece of petrified palm wood. I gave her three trophies because she was so amazed that something like this can have all those crystals growing in those strands, and the rarity of something like this. Now, you've seen us, this is episode 5. We have been picking up palm wood every episode, and it almost seems like it's not rare, but it is. And again, whatever happened here was so violent and so quick that this piece of palm wood is infiltrated with that, whatever that is from 55 million years ago. Now it's become part of it. Look at how cool that looks. Do you see that? Very beautiful piece. I wonder if there's more. And this, believe it or not, is another piece of palm wood. Even though it doesn't have the same straight formations of, oh, look at that, of strands, it has a different type of formation of the strands, and it's just a different type of palm wood. I don't know what the type of palm wood is off the top of my head, but it's very rare. It's even rarer than the other type of palm wood. And I believe, I'm not quite sure, there's some crystallization right there, obviously. I believe that it's even rarer because of look, you can see the strands. Look at how agatized this piece is. This is incredible. And it's about the size of the palm of my hand, but I mean, something like this, you're just not going to find anywhere. Well, you might find it in other places, but this is definitely a unique find. Let's just keep working this same ridge right here. This is a really neat geological wonderland. Look at that. It is also incredibly, I don't know if this is agatized, opalized. I don't know. I'm beyond words at this point. Look at this. Look at that. This is, again, incredibly unique. Look at the inside of this. If this was just sticking out of the ground, I would have walked straight over it. If it wasn't for this bark, then I would have been totally confused. Look, it's got that green in it too. The green that's really not that good for you, they say. But I'm not going to lick it, so I think I'll be fine. It's got a little bit of sparkles in there. Otherwise, though, this is another little treasure. Let's keep going, because I'm pretty sure... well, never mind. I thought I saw something else to my right, but I don't. Let's just keep our eyes out, though. We are still working our way around, and I believe we found another piece of something that's very unique looking. Do we have an open water bottle? Yeah, let's not do the water bottle on this one, because I don't know if it's going to bring anything more out of it. Can you see it? I'm not quite sure if this is petrified wood. If it is, this really seems to be a very interior piece. It kind of feels like wood, and that's why I'm confident in saying it is. I know you can't feel it, and its design is very black, brown, tan. I'll tell you, if somebody gave me a coffee like this in the morning, I bet you it would have a caramel taste too. All right, we are keeping our eyes open as we're wandering around in circles here. Again, we're working that same creek, and look at this. Now, I know we've been catching some fancy stuff today, and this may not look like, I don't know, that really incredible crystallized piece that we had a few minutes ago, but I'm going to tell you something. This also took millions of years to create, so please take a moment and appreciate it. This cactus. Are you seeing that? It's all red. Whew! Those are very... I mean, I don't know if this thing is dying, or if it's just turning colors for the end of the year, but it's got some very like yellow, mustard yellow needles very close to it, and I'll tell you, they just look like they want to get in your skin. It's a really cool looking cactus. I hope it's not dying. I hope it's coming back to life, or it's just going into hibernation for the winter. But we're here for petrified wood, so let's keep looking for it. What is this here? Standing in almost the classic position. Take a look at this. It's very similar to something that we found in last episode that I thought a bird pooped on. But I'm gonna have to take a little bit of a sprint to get up to it because it's probably loose sand. So give me a second here, and here we go. Dun 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 dun. There it is. Can you see it? It's got some pink in it. It's even got almost some peach in there. Let's pick it up. That is really neat. It's I don't know. It is wood. Look at that. Look at the backside of that. Were you expecting that? Finally, we found something sort of sitting in the classic position, just sitting there like it was already displayed. And it definitely has that pink inside. It's got the tan, the pewter. It's got a little bit of black and red in there too. It's another very unique piece. I don't know what's happening today, but it's unique day. Very, very unique. I was wandering around and I found this, and I'm not really sure what this is. This might end up going in our mystery file, but I believe it's wood. I don't know what it is. It definitely feels like it's still alive, for lack of a better term. I think this is some type of bark up here. It feels like bark. It has a very unique look to it. It's pink again, and it's got a lot of crystallization happening in there. Little microcrystals all over the place. Now, if you look straight down here, you'll see this. This is definitely a piece of petrified wood. I don't know what kind it is. Again, you know what? This reminds me of another piece that could be like shaped into a pendant or something. It's so beautiful. Look at that. It's already smoothed out. People work very hard to make something look that good. Now, we've got this other weird, reddy, pinky, almost alive looking thing still. I haven't even touched it yet. Oh, there it is. You know, I don't know what it is. I want to say it's jasperized for sure over here because it has a waxy feel. Other than being very unique, I'm not sure what this is, but wow, that is something. Now, I found a little, I think it's a lizard skull over there. You guys want to go see it? Huh? Come on, let's go. Now you're going to have to bear with me because it's a few feet up. It's kind of a unique piece of formation right there. And got a nice little sidewall right here. Whoops. Somebody was nice enough to leave whatever this broom is over here. Here's my footprints from earlier, so I know I'm on the right path. And let's see if we can re-find. There it is, the little skull right there with his teeth up. You see it? Should be able to see it by now. I don't know what happened to it. Probably had a good life out here for a while. I'm not quite sure what it is. It kind of looks lizardy with those teeth. But right around here somewhere too, I saw a very nice piece of petrified wood. Here's a small piece up here we can work our way to in a moment. I believe it's, oh, here it is right here. See it? There it is. Right there. Whoa. And wanted to jump away, but I got it. I'll tell you, sometimes for a piece of petrified wood, you wouldn't think so, but they're kind of fast and they're elusive. And I'll tell you, this one's probably, I'm not going to say it is palm wood, because I'm not 100% sure on it, but I'm pretty sure the inside is completely black. And I think I saw some other interesting things up here while I was looking around. Look at this. Little weird formations on that. While you're looking at that, I'm going to look at something else that I saw around here as well. Again, not everything is petrified wood. I'm not saying that it's going to be today. Just like to show you some things that are a little bit unusual, a little bit out of the ordinary. And, you know, again, I moved here from Pennsylvania, so I don't see these I never saw these type of rocks, petrified wood, or this type of thing. I saw a lot of coal, saw some shale, you know. I've seen some slate in Slatington, and I also see this piece here that my cameraman just may have walked right past. Look at this. Look at the colors on this. Now, the question is, when I flip it over, is it going to be wood, like I think it is from the top, or is it going to be some kind of mystery something? And the cameraman was right for walking past it. I'm going to say it's still looking really good. I'm saying it's wood. I'm saying it's, I don't know, like, it's got some red in it. That's for sure. Well, here you go. There's the inside. Completely mineralized, completely agatized inside. And, wow. You know, I feel like going out on a limb and saying it's palm wood again, because we have just found so many unique pieces of palm wood out here. But let's just not say that for now, and let's just keep looking. We have been filming this wall of sediment. It's kind of been falling apart. It actually tricked me when we were down in the valley there, in the creek. I thought it was an actual wall. So I came running up. I was like, oh my gosh, look, I found this actual wall. But I found several unique pieces along this wall, and I believe we're looking at one of them right now. I think this is a really, really old, cool piece of palm wood. Let me put these things down here real quick, and let me get my shadow all over this so it looks really cool. Are you ready to pick it up? Here we are. Wow. Wow. This is real. This is real. And this is really nice. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Can you see that red in there? I mean, if you could feel this, this feels like it is still alive. This bark still feels vibrant. It still feels like it just, oh, look at all those sparkles. Can you see those? Are those coming through? I hope they are. Anyway, this does not feel smooth, because it still feels like this got insta-frozen in time. Insta-frozen in time. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's gorgeous. Well, we have found some very, very unique pieces today, and this ranks right up there with all of them. Look at that. I don't know. You know, I've read all kinds of numbers. I said 300 to 400 million years old a couple of episodes ago, and then I've read a whole bunch of things about 55 million years old. I've also read a bunch of things that says this does not even exist in New Mexico. And here we go. New Mexico is part of the United States, and we are actually in the Albuquerque Rio Grande Rift. Very beautiful. Let's keep looking because I have other pieces. Oh, I have other pieces right here. We might as well just look at these real quick while I'm standing here. Let me get my shadow out of the way. Now, these are not all the pieces, but these were also in the sidewall. Here's just like a piece of quartz. It's nothing too special, but it is what it is. I just wanted to show it to you. I like them. And then I found this. This is also really unique looking. It's white. It's got pink in it. I don't know what it is, but it feels like jasper. We're probably going to take it for a mystery pile. This, I was sitting right next to the white. It's just full black. See, it's not petrified wood. I just like these. I think they're unique. There's some very big pieces out here. Now, if you watched the last episode, we found a lot of these. Oh, hold on a second. My knees aren't as good as they used to be. These are, we kind of term these as, well, they look like a treat, don't they? They've got the dark chocolate in here, more of a white chocolate, and then they got the frosty on the outside. Very nice. This is petrified wood, by the way. This is also a piece of petrified wood. You can tell it's got a piece of bark on it. It's got a nice little bit of gray poupon on the inside, and it's definitely carbonized. And then, I don't know what this is. It feels jaspery. But if you think this is a piece of jasper, why don't you just wait one moment? I'll pick these up. I'm going to leave this here. Definitely going to take this with us. Going to take this with us. And I have very big pieces of this already back at the shop, so we're not going to bring this with us. But we have a really nice piece of jasper that's kind of unique to New Mexico. Not all the way, but it's unique enough because this particular piece is uniquely placed in this sidewall, and it is in New Mexico. You're free! Huh? Oh my gosh. Here again. Whatever happened here, remember we were talking about this earlier? Whatever happened here, put the sediment right into this piece of jasper. I mean, it's in there. This is not coming out. I can smack this piece of jasper all day, and it's not coming out. So there you go. Look at that color there. It kind of turns to this yellowish red. Then we got this little fly thing. He wants to check it out too. Are you curious? Can you see that? Yep, there he is. And then the red. Now, let's keep looking. We're going to turn it off for a moment because the other pieces are down the way a little bit. And I marked it with a water bottle. It's jasper, y'all. Look at the hat. Oh, look at that. Oh, wait. Oh, tricked me. I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger than it is, but that is, oh, wow. So the thing with jasper is how it feels so waxy. I guess not all of them have that quality, but this one does. You know, I hate to say it. This feels like, and it looks like, if you look at it like right here, maybe, I don't know if it's coming through on camera, it looks like a piece of roast beef. And it feels like a piece of roast beef. I know, I shouldn't be rubbing roast beef, but maybe it's getting close to lunch and that's where we're heading. But I got a few more pieces along this ridge wall that I want to show you. As a reminder, it's very important to drink water in the desert, and it's also important to pick up your water because sometimes you'll leave it right next to something that you've marked. I believe that's a piece of petrified wood. Give me a second to take a sip of water, and we'll take a look at it. If this is not petrified wood, it's still a rather unique find. I'm going to say it is petrified wood. Just because of this, it feels very barky. It also feels very barky over here. It's not letting the dogs out by any means, but it is a very nice piece of agatized petrified wood. Now, this is not all that's here. We have this really cool black looking rock. I tell you about these all the time. I really like these. I don't know. I think we could cut them up one day. I've got like several of them already back at the shop, and I don't know. I just wanted to show it to you. It's got a lot of quartz in it. It's got a lot of black in it as well. It's really sharp. Again, I keep talking about how things are smooth, and sometimes today things have sediment in it. This is very sharp. I wouldn't be surprised if this is some type of obsidian. You know that? Anyway, if you look now, right there, can you see all those crystals? Now, again, I guess I'm sort of, kind of, maybe getting to become an expert. That's palmwood. I'm going to say that definitively. Not only is that palmwood, that's a very unique sample of palmwood. It's got a lot of crystallization going on in there. But beyond that, those micro quartz crystals I'm talking about, beyond that, that might be the darkest piece of palmwood that I have come across, and I've come across hundreds of pieces. I think it's time that we pick it up and release it from its place. Let's see if I can get to an area where I'm not so shadowy. Oh, it's just a surface. It's just on the surface. But look at that. Look at that. Ready? I'm going to do it real quick. I'm going to try to flip it like an egg or a flapjack. Oh, there it is, the other side. It's not so impressive, but hey, you got to admit my flip was pretty cool, right? Let's go to the trophy side. Look at all those quartz crystals. I'm going to hold it like that a little bit so that maybe the sun is reflecting. We've moved into December. And so you're looking at the December sun reflecting off of there. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We have found some real wonders of nature today. We really, really, really have. I mean, that's gorgeous. Let's keep looking. Let's show the lunch tree. Now, we were hungry, and I don't know, maybe I wasn't looking at everything with the right eyes. And so we sat down there. We had lunch. You can see our bags. You can see, well, you can see our bags, okay? Anyway, there's a nice ridge up here, and what I wanted to do was take a walk up here and see what there was to see on the other side of the ridge. And I'm so glad I did, because look at this. What we have found here is another piece of petrified wood, and this is beautiful. I mean, this, okay, now here we go. This is very, very smooth. We've got orange over here. Now, come over here. Look, before I even take it out of the ground, look at all the micro quartz crystals going on in here. All right? And on this side, we've got some more pewter color coming on over here. We've got some kind of strands happening over here. I'm not going to say that this is palmwood. If this is palmwood, this is another really unique piece. We're going to have to take it out of the ground to find out. And, okay, so it's pretty big. It's pretty nice. It's really nice. I'm going to say it's not palmwood. I could be completely wrong, though. Wow. Oh, look. Look at that. This side is just overtaken with those quartz crystals. That is just gorgeous. I'm really hoping those are coming through on camera the way that they're coming through in real life. And then you turn it like this, and look at this. Look. Remember earlier I was saying it doesn't even look like wood anymore, but I've seen so much wood that I know what that looks like. And here it is together with the bark. And look at that orange. That's in there. That's in there. And I don't know. What are you thinking? I'm thinking this could possibly be palm. I don't know. It's really questionable. You know, I don't want to say yes all the way, but it's a very, very, very unique piece, especially that side right there. That's just crazy. Again, there you go. And we're working that same ridge. That same ridge. I don't know if we're going to find a bigger trophy than this today, but I'm going to keep looking because I'm not giving up hope yet. I got so excited earlier finding that piece we just showed you that I forgot that I marked this one out from earlier. I almost left my trash in the desert. Like, that's not even funny. And I would have done it too. And I would have been mad at myself. But I didn't. Mostly thankful to my cameraman for that. Here we go. You know, this has some green in it. It's hard to see, but it's there. It's a light green. It's got its bark on the back, but it's got a little bit of green in there. That's its most unique color. And what's this right here? Is that another one? It's a little tubular piece? Huh. Sure is. All right. We're starting to work our way around on that ridge I just told you about at the start of the show. We've seen a small piece there. Okay, now I'm going to see if I could do something. I found another small piece earlier. Let's put it right there. Found another small piece earlier. Let's put it right there. I found another little small piece earlier. I'm going to put it right there. Another piece. Right there. Another piece right here. It's going to point the way. Look, it looks like a finger. See, it's pointing the way. Pointing the way. I wonder where it's pointing. Something here I thought was unique looking. Pointing at that. And then this piece of jasper with some green in it. And it all ends up at this other piece of petrified wood. Isn't that neat? These are all little, like, maybe not all pocket pieces, but if you remember in episode 4, I told you I was going to put some pieces in my pockets because I've got plenty of pieces and I got plenty of pockets. And anyway, they say that they're good for your sacral and their root chakras, and that they're good, they're peaceful, they're calming. I can definitely tell you that I had a rather peaceful and calm last few weeks. I had a couple of episodes of, like, you know, a little bit of drama. Who doesn't, right? But all in all, I had a pretty good week. So, or a few weeks. And that's about what I like to give things, is a couple of weeks. So there you go. I don't know. Pocket pieces. Try them for yourself. What, down the stream there? Like you're running down the stream? Like your water? Keep going. Oh, you didn't do the waterfall. So yeah, everything that sparkles is not necessarily wood. It may be something else. One way we find out is bending over to pick it up. Huh. Wow. Figured I'd just be quiet and let you see the sparkle show. I don't know. You know, maybe what I said earlier was really true. Everything that sparkles isn't necessarily wood, but it could be. It's got some fibers in there. I want to know what kind of water was flowing around millions of years ago that left microquartz crystals looking like that everywhere it went. That's my question. Come down here. I want to show you guys some kind of unique stuff here. I don't want to fall, but here's a, I don't know, this might be jasper. This is very, very smooth, very waxy. But I wanted to show you this. I don't know what this is right here. Real smooth looking. It's like, it's got its own, kind of like I've been saying all along, like sandblasting, you know, happening with it. And, you know, darn it, it's not as smooth as I thought it was. But what do you expect from a giant's knuckle? Let's go look for something else. All right, so we're still working this ridge here. We've been working this ridge for the most part of this episode. We still haven't worked our way really into the old river way here. But here you go. Here's another piece. It's not as big as earlier. It's A little bigger than my middle finger. Oh, look at that. I told you, these things are elusive. That's how they've stayed hidden for millions of years. And look, there you go. Totally agatized on the inside. It's got a lot of brown. And it's not wood brown, it's agatized brown. It's like almost that cream color that I talk about here and there. So let's keep going. Who let the bark out? This piece of petrified wood did. It left the bark out, and it let it out in the sun, and it let it out. Oh, it didn't just leave it in the sun, it left it in the dirt too. It has some orange in there. It's got some white and some dark. I bet you it's really dark on the inside. Look at that. That's really nice. And like I said, it had the bark outside and it had the bark inside. So whatever. I still thought that was a funny little segue. You know. Let's keep looking. We're still on the ridge, man. We are still on the ridge. Show them how close to the ridge we are. A few hundred more years and this thing might have fallen off the edge. Let's keep going. Okay, we've continued our little spin. I hope you didn't get vertigo. And here we go. Look. Now look, here you go. We just picked this one up right next door. And this one, oh. Nice. So it's a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. That was underground. This is all that was above ground. You saw it, right? This is totally jasperized, y'all. I don't know why I find that funny. I don't know why. I think when you say the word jasper, it sounds southern. And so, I don't know. But if you've ever had a southern sweet potato pie, it's really, really good. And it kind of looks like that color right inside. And like that's like a yam color. And I don't know. I think this is a really nice piece. And I bet you there's even more around here because we have a little hot spot going on. I'm trying to talk very cleverly and look around in case there's more so we don't turn off the camera. But I don't see any more, so I think it's safe. So we're going to show you some of the aftermath of the nature's erosion. And there it is right there. But here's a unique find that the cameraman is totally shadowing with everything. Go ahead, go on the other side. It's okay. It's not like they don't know we have a camera, right? Anyway, here we go. I don't know what that is, but it looked really unique. And you know what? They're just not all winners, ladies and gentlemen. They're just not. And that's probably going to fall in that category of not a winner. But that shelving right there is pretty neat. And that's how we were talking earlier, how all this erosion happens. And, you know, you use the tools. And again, like my father used to say, is you use the tools that you have, right? You let the tools do the work for you. And the tools are water erosion in this particular case. And that's what we're using. And we're still going to work our way down into the big water erosion. And again, here's a water bottle. It is my water bottle. And I've purposely put it here to mark this piece of petrified wood. See that right there? See it? Beautiful piece. Oh, it's a little thicker. Okay. So we found some of those pocket pieces like I was showing you a little bit earlier, made a little chain of them. And one of them, I think the beginning of the whole chain looked like this, but smaller. Here's its big brother or sister. And you can see how agatized it is inside. We've got a lot of... See, I stopped myself and now I messed up. I was going to say we have a lot of carbonization happening over here, but we've got a lot of carbonizing happening over here, is what it really I meant to say. And again, whatever happened here must have been so quick and so sudden and so, I guess, violent, if you will, that a lot of these pieces of petrified wood got stuck in this state. And they just millions of years ago have slowly turned into this agatized piece of petrified wood. And then we got this weird thing here that's been split in half over time. It's really not much of anything, but, you know, figured, let's take a look at it. Oh, look at the underbelly, the underside. I don't know what that squiggly is. But there you go. Let's keep looking around. I want to go down there and take a look at that. And don't forget, well, I don't know. Call the Wild thinks I've got something here too, that my water bottle just that my water bottle somehow just knows, don't look at the brand, just knows what petrified wood looks like now and just lands there. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it gave you a mirage. All right, well, here's a small piece. I mean, there it is. It's in its natural environment. It's been slowly working its way down to the bottom of the creek. Wow, there's a real pocket piece, but it's kind of sharp. That's for sure. Very sharp. Really seems like there would have been something else down here that might have been a little bit bigger. If it is, we haven't stumbled on it. So it'll be somebody else's find for another day, I have a feeling. And, well, you know, I just want to say something else. One of our earlier episodes, I was talking about how the desert doesn't come alive after a rainstorm and everything else. I really need to retract that a little bit, because as you can see now that it's the first week of December, the desert doesn't look quite so alive, right? We've got a little bit of, well, we've got a lot of dead plants around here because it's been very, very dry and not a lot of sun. That's what happens at this time of the year. But we do have tumbleweeds. See those tumbleweeds in the corner right there? I promised you guys a story, and I know y'all ladies have been waiting for it. And here it is. In New Mexico, or specifically Albuquerque, we have a tumbleweed snowman that they put up every year for Christmas. And he's up again for the holiday season this year, and right along the highway. So when you're driving through Albuquerque, I don't know if we're the only city in the country or the world or whatever that has their very own tumbleweed snowman, but we're going to put a picture up of it real quick while I'm talking about it so that you have something to reference. And as my cameraman is showing you, we are in a little bit of the eroded riverway here. And if I can, I was trying to pull out some limestone, but I guess that's not limestone. That's pretty solid in there. This is only a teaser, folks. We've got a bigger wall to show you in a few minutes. I would like to keep working our way up a little bit further on that ridge, but this came down here and we wanted to show it to you and tell the tumbleweed story. All right, we are right here, and I just was talking to y'all saying, hey, listen, I really thought something was going to be here, but it turned out nothing was here, and you can't win them all and that kind of stuff. And then I wish everybody a happy holidays, and if I didn't, I really meant to. And that because I did, here's this. This is a piece of palm wood. It's red. It's got some really unique coloring to it. Do you see that? They are filled with those little crystals. Let's get that. What is this? Is this just a river rock? Is that a trickster? It is. But this isn't the trickster. This is the real deal. Look at that. Look at all those colors in there. They may be a little bit hard to see. Darn it, I just threw my water away. But this is a gorgeous piece of petrified palm wood. Look at that. And we got the red over here. That is kind of rare. I'm going to just tell you that. This is maybe not the rarest that we've got of this type, but the fact that it's red like that, and I don't know if you can see them because it's kind of hard to get the right angle, but this red on top has a lot of little sparklies on it. You know what? Come on, come over here. I wasn't going to do this, but I just want to see for myself. I put my water bottle down. I threw it away just so that it wasn't going to get in the way. But I am so curious as to what this looks like wet. There it is. Now look at how red that is. Whee! There goes the water bottle. Look at that. I knew that was red underneath, and I knew it wasn't coming through on camera the way it should, but I bet you it's coming through on camera now. Now we may have lost a little bit of the sparkly effect up here, but that's okay. Look at that. Look at that. It's like it comes to life, right? Now, under here where it didn't look so fancy before, it's all red. That's just beautiful. Filled with iron. We've had palm wood today that has been filled with carbon. We've got sparkled palm wood. We have palm wood. And that in itself is amazing. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's keep going. When we take our slideshow pictures, sometimes we get these pieces that really just blow everything else out. And they're very, very white. And this is what they look like when we pick them up. It is very, very white on this side and very, very agatized on this side. Now, this isn't the only piece right here. 1, 2. And they weren't even big steps. Here's another piece. Look at that. There's the bark on that side, black, brown pewter. My knees are going to explode, so we're going to spend just a little bit of time on this piece. Not too long. Okay, let's keep our eyes out. It's taken most of the show, and I don't know how much longer we have left, because in about an hour or so in real time, we got to get going. We're kind of far away from our bikes, our e-bikes, and we got to get home. Like I said earlier, it's beginning of December, so it's going to get dark, right? And we don't want to spend too much time out here. We got 3 miles on the dirt, and we've got another 9 miles on the city roads, and we've got a ravine, a really cool river cut out here to explore. So come on. I'm going to tell you, some of this limestone is really tricky. I'm having a hard time with it. It's like your eyes, it grabs your eyes, and it has like the layers of petrified wood. It has like dimensions that aren't round or smooth like petrified wood may have. And there you go. Here's a little bit of a breakout. The water slams into here. Almost looks like it's still wet here for some reason. Isn't that strange? It hasn't been wet here in a while, but I guess it's really held up. Oh, you know, I just thought of something. It might have been frost. And a lot of it. So I don't know if we're going to find too much petrified wood down here. I'm thinking if we do find anything from this angle, that it's going to be pretty much a trophy. That's what I'm hoping for, because of the size and the weight that it would have, carried it down here with a rainstorm. Here's a nice cactus. He's still doing well. And look at this sidewall here. This is a lot of erosion. Nothing there really happening in here. A lot of just dirt. Lots of dirt. Lots of dirt. A little bit of cardboard, because why not, right? Again, just a lot more dirt. So when the water hits that, it just breaks it out, breaks it open. So there's not. Look at how long the root is here. Here you go. Oh, it's not even there. Kind of tricked me. I thought it was part of this. Maybe it was at one time. We'll put it down here. We have come full circle. We've had some technical issues today. We found some really, really, really cool things. And this right here may be our last find of the day. And it's worthy of it. It's beautiful. It's got the flat bottom, so it can sit anywhere. Look at that. And it's got the bark over on the back and on the sides. It's fully jasperized, agatized, however you want to say it. It's full of it. And why did we find this? At the end of the day, we found our first and only piece of lucky obsidian. So I just told you that we were wrapping up for the day. I wasn't really lying. The tree that we were wrapping up at is right over there to my right. And as we were kind of doing the walk around wrap up, came across this. First I thought this was a trickster, but now I don't. It's very carbonized. It's got some orange over here. It's so smooth, and it's got red on the back. And the reason I think now it's not a trickster is because this feels, while it's smooth, it also feels barky. Now, this isn't really the reason that we turned the camera back on. It's up here, come on. You see what's in the ground right here? I mean, again, 55 million years old at the youngest is what they say this is. This is palm wood. Before I even pick it up out of the ground, I can tell you that it's got some black in it. It's got the microquartz crystals going on the side. It's got orange over here. And I'm curious how big our last piece of palm wood is going to be for the day. Well, here it is. There it is. Okay. You can see the wood grain up here. It's got some white on it. That's what I was talking about. Now, it's getting a little later in the day, so the sun isn't quite as bright as it was earlier, so it's not so easy to see. However, that right there is an entire line of those microquartz crystals. There you go. Look at that. And the underbelly. That's actually pretty nice. Alright, we'd like to take this moment to thank you for joining us for episode 5 of Rock Hunting USA. We had a great day today. We didn't find a lot of things. Everything we found was spectacular and like really geological wonders. This, again, is palm wood. It's not even supposed to exist in our area of the world. But here it is. It's in my hand. And we have hundreds of these pieces. So, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's show. And happy holidays. Thanks from everybody at Rock Hunting USA. We'll see you later. Bye.